Thanks for joining me for this short scale study. Today, we'll focus on building our tone and technique in the key of concert D minor. So, before we begin, let's review the notes and some of the fingerings that we're going to need for the key of concert D minor, because clarinets play E minor. So we're going to start on the note E, and then we're going to need our note F sharp because of the key signature requiring it, then G, then A, B natural, C natural. Now here's where it gets a little different. Because we're playing a harmonic minor scale to begin, we need a D sharp. Well, if you remember from an older video, the D sharp fingering is the fingering for D with our pinky activating the key next to our third finger. That's D sharp. And then we finish with an E, a high E fingering. Remember, for those high register notes, you need your thumb on the back and the register key. Keep that in mind. All right, let's play it. Number 1, harmonic minor scale and arpeggio. Quarter notes are set to 70 beats per minute on my metronome. 1, 2, ready. Now I'd like to show you an alternate fingering for one of the notes that we already know. The alternate fingering that I'd like to show you is the alternate fingering for the note C. You know, the C, the third space C, where we use one pinky on our right finger to help us achieve that note. Well, I would like to lift that finger and add another key with our left pinky. It's the key right here. I often refer to it as the golf club key because if you've turned your clarinet upside down and you really study that note, you'll see it looks like a golf club. So that's the key right there that we're going to need to finger a C, along with the 3 fingers on top, 3 fingers on bottom, and the register key in the back. Anytime I see a C and a next door neighbor of a D sharp or an E flat, I use that fingering. In fact, I'm going to use it for number 2. You can go back to number 1 and try playing it with the notes in number 1. Here we go. Number 2, harmonic minor scale and arpeggio. Watch for me to use that alternate fingering. 1, 2, and ready, and go. Now, let's move on and do our minor chord study. I'll play the bottom notes. 1, 2, ready, B natural. Now, let's move on to our pattern of thirds. I'll be playing the top notes in the pattern of thirds, and I'd like you to join me on those as well. Remember, you're going to need your F sharp and your B natural fingering. 1 and 2 and ready and go. Now, let's move on and play our chromatic pivot scale. The note that we're going to be pivoting back to is the note B natural with our 2 pinkies. We'll also need our A sharp, which is our B flat fingering. We'll need our A natural, and then our G sharp, which is the fingering with our side of our first finger on our left hand. We'll need our G, our F sharp, our F natural, and our E fingering as well. So here we go. Chromatic pivot scale. 1, 2, ready, and. next is our chromatic scale. 1, 2, ready. Remember, you can use your fingering guide in the back of this book for more help or additional information on the fingerings for some notes that you may not know. Let's move on and finish with our chorale study. I'll play the bottom notes of this study, and if you play the top notes, that would make a really nice duet. Remember that you're going to need your F sharp, your 2 pinky B natural fingering for our third line B, and yeah, let's jump right in and get it started. 1, 2, ready. There you have it, Concert D minor. I hope this was helpful, and I hope that you'll consider playing these exercises again with me, and or moving on to other advanced scale studies. See you soon. Keep on practicing.